All right, so it is Monday, August 5th, 5:45. We had a brief executive session at 5:30. Now we're into open session. Our first item on the agenda is the warrants paid. We've got a warrant for $8,521.86. Going to Mass Municipal, those are MMA dues for $546. Columbia Gas, $87.43. Area 58 franchise fee, $7,500. Mass Municipal Association, another association dues, $225. And Mass Municipal Management Associates, $163.41. So those are the warrants that have been paid. Second item is we've got the municipal vulnerability preparedness contract with the Commonwealth. So I'll make a motion that we sign the contract with Beta to provide the vulnerability preparedness for the town of Plympton.
I'll second that.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, so we'll sign this. I think there's just one. Great, thank you, Sean. Okay, so correspondence.
So, in correspondence, let's see, there is a celebration of 42 years of public service to the Old Colony Planning Council for Pasquale Pat
Ciamarella.
Ciaramella. It is Friday, October 25th, 2019, at the Thorny Leah Golf Club in Plympton.
Yep, nice place.
And that's it.
Okay.
Will anybody be attending?
I'll be attending. I'm actually the MC.
Good. Ah.
So should I put you on there?
Well, it's kind of a surprise, so it's cat's out of the bag, but yeah, Pat doesn't know exactly that this is happening.
I notice these people out here.
No, I know. No.
Yeah.
I doubt he ever watches the town of Plympton.
Can you edit
Selectmen's
that?
meetings.
Can we not put that in? Thank you.
You can have like a Nixon event where you go with it.
There'll be like a...
Black
then
out
we'll
our
come back
faces
on.
and
Okay, I'm not even going to put that in the minutes.
yeah, don't
Okay.
put that one in the minutes.
I'll do the Plympton Halifax Express. There's a write-up on Plympton seeks grant for curve redo. Plympton's new animal control officer hired as Halifax current animal inspection officer, which is great. What else is in there? Roberta M. Rash of Plympton passed away. I didn't know her.
I didn't know her either.
Tales of Old Plympton. Again, this one on Indian Pond.
And Barry DiCristofano's article on
Yes.
the stars, a new edition.
Yeah, I see. It's got the little dots that show you how to find them. I thought that was pretty nice.
That is
That's
nice.
what happens to former selectmen, you know. You end up writing the astronomy column for the local newspaper.
Very
You must have a lot to write about.
Well, we'll see.
Right up on Plympton's Kelly Claspy, named to Interfaith Hall of Fame. Right. And that's it for... That's for the July 26th. This is the August 2nd. Police Chief Dillon feted by Plympton. We had a nice ceremony here. A number of the chiefs from various towns showed up.
Oh, nice.
Hull was here, and retired chief from Hingham. So there was a good crowd. There had to be 40, 50, 60 people, I guess. in
Very
there.
nice.
Yeah. Kathy Leonardo was here, the state rep.
Nice.
Yeah. Tales of Old Plympton off to the fair. This was an interesting article. Barry DiCristofano again with his dots. John Pasteris, I didn't know him either, passed away in Plympton.
The name's familiar.
Yeah.
I don't think he was on town government, but I
Oh, dear,
think he was involved with other things.
And that looks like it for Halifax Express.
Okay. And next week, our next meeting, we'll be talking about, more about the MassWorks grant. I think there was a lot of confusion about a radio clip and the article, and the MassWorks grant is for design services. So we're looking at several options. It's not necessarily, nothing is set in stone, and we're just looking at the best option for that area to accomplish what we're looking to do, which I think is to slow people down and provide a safer area for people to negotiate on the road. So nothing set in stone. We'll talk about it at our next meeting, and we hopefully will get the grant, but we've just applied, and I think Liz turned the paperwork in Friday before she went on vacation.
And maybe just to emphasize that an integral part of the process will be public input.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Especially input from abutters and neighbors that would be most affected.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and public safety too. We're going to need them to weigh in on this, and it's just I think the intent, at least from my perspective, was to have some options so that we could present several options to residents and to see what made the most sense for us. So hopefully that's what we're able to do, instead of just have one plan that nobody liked. All right, so in correspondence, you wanted to just read that Triple E thing from the Board of Health? Okay, all right. So from the Board of Health, this was dated August 5th. Today, the Commonwealth of Mass Department of Public Health has raised the Triple E risk level to high in Plympton. The dusk to dawn curfew on town-owned properties remain in effect. Residents may call Plymouth County Mosquito Control to have their property sprayed. Phone number is 781-585-5450. And we should probably put that on our Facebook page, if it's not already.
I will have to have Liz do that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
reach out to her.
All right.
It is on Plympton Helping Plympton. The Board of Health has posted. They updated their webpage as well as Plympton Helping Plympton.
Right.
And we will get that scanned over to Area 58 to have it put on.
Perfect. All right, so
The board up front, excuse me.
Right. So some tips from the Board of Health. Residents are urged to practice mosquito avoidance habits. Pick a repellent with an EPA-approved active ingredient. Remove standing water to help reduce mosquito populations. Repair your screens. Use long sleeves to cover up when possible, and avoid peak mosquito activity during dusk to dawn when mosquitoes are most active. So thank you for the Board of Health for providing us with that. All right, on to our goals. I don't know if there's anything really
there's a
new
few
to
things.
report. Okay, so anything on long-range master plan for town campus? Anything new?
We've talked about having the Public Safety Committee transition to the Campus Committee. And each one has been talked to, and each one is accepted.
Yay.
So we need to get some appointment slips
Okay.
so that we can officially do this.
All right, how about our next meeting?
I can have them read. Who will it be?
So the public safety people.
current members?
All of them?
All of them. It's John Williamson, Moran, Nancy Butler,
Okay,
Harry
same group.
Michael, Ross McPherson,
Colleen Thompson?
Colleen Thompson. Anybody else, Mark? that you can think of?
No, that's
Was
it.
Art Moran on there? Did you already say Art Moran?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they will be the new, what did we name that group?
We're calling it the Campus
Committee?
So I think very pleased that
That's great.
We've got the beginnings of exploring how we see this.
Would you like, what do you want it to go through until dissolved, or doing a date until
Until
2020?
dissolved probably makes sense, don't you?
Dissolve the other?
Until,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's go until dissolved.
Okay.
But the public safety certainly should continue for a while, whether it's called a separate entity or not, just for whatever
This will
final
just be
issues.
Comes up,
this committee
exactly.
until dissolved.
Okay.
And they meet Wednesday night, so we'll know a little more about what's left, if anything.
Are you or one of the selectmen going to be on this board, or are you going to keep it that you'll just attend a meeting?
Mike and I have to chat.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll chat.
Okay.
I think it'll be John, and I have sat in unofficially for 7 years, so I might sit in occasionally, but just being careful. If I sit in while John's on it, we would post the meeting. But
I'll do minutes.
I've had a lot of fun so far along the way, and we've gotten good stuff done, and I think John's enthusiasm and energy will be really helpful. I'm glad to make the way.
Great.
You're appointed, John.
All right, so yeah, it sounds good that John will be our rep on that committee. Okay, anything under grant acquisition?
Just that chatted with Liz a little bit about following up with Terry Foster. Now we have to make that move. And,
Okay.
one of the things that would help us, and I guess the Finance Committee is going to address it, is the 5-year capital plan. So to the extent we can get that pretty soon, that'll help us.
Okay. So they just need to make some updates to it.
I believe that.
Okay,
Yeah.
the existing document, okay.
Yeah.
Continue professionalization of town general and financial operations. Anything new there?
I got this in my mail. Did this just come in? I thought we had received this. This is the suggestions for improvement in accounting procedures and internal control. It's done by our auditors.
That's been here for a while.
That's been there for a while. Okay. No.
Yes, it's not new.
Okay. Volunteer outreach, strengthen town committees, boards, and commissions. Anything new?
No.
Okay. Explore affordable housing opportunities and use of town-owned land and buildings.
We are, it's not affordable housing, but we are renovating. I don't know if you've seen the police station.
No, I haven't.
You have to take a walk around. It's really Tom Milius and Steve Sarro, our custodian, are doing just a fabulous job. And right now, Scott Volley, our electrician, is down there. So,
Oh, I might
Tom
take a walk
seems
down when we're done.
yeah, absolutely.
Great.
It's amazing. I had no idea for the short money we're dealing with that we could make that look even reasonably good. Really impressive.
Oh,
It's,
nice. I can't wait to see it.
Great.
All right, support town administrators' goals. I think we voted to support her goals, didn't we, at our last meeting?
We
I
did,
just
but-
got to circulate it. I will get that.
Okay, because I don't think we've kind of finalized
No,
that,
that's
and we need that so that at the end of the year, and my only concern there with the last draft I saw, were all good things, but kind of no measurables. And,
agree.
maybe they're the kind of thing that's hard to measure, but I don't know. I want to take another look and see if we can put some.
Well, maybe
hard
with each
goals in.
category, we could try to get something that's measurable.
Yeah, that'd be
Maybe
good.
we've talked about having a workshop. Maybe we could do it as part of that.
Okay, yeah, that'd be
Okay,
good.
to kind of tweak that?
Yeah, and it would integrate into the other things that.
All right, so do you want to do that at like 5:30 before our next meeting to try to get that worked out?
I can circulate what we have, but I think we're going to need more time than that when
Okay.
we get ready to do
Okay.
a workshop.
All right, well, why don't we wait till Liz gets back, and then we'll
Okay.
come up with something, because maybe there'll be an
All
off
right,
night.
we don't want to lose it.
Yep, okay. So we'll keep that one on the radar. All right, continue protecting town's natural resources and unique character. We just continue to do it. Is there
Working hard on
been
that.
anything
Yeah.
new? And I think the land is been advertised in multiple areas, so hopefully we'll get some bids for that.
2 beautiful lots on on Prospect Road.
Yeah, with conservation land in your backyard. And encourage fiscally sound governance. Nothing new to report there, just that we continue to do
We
it?
continue to do it.
Okay, all right.
May it be so.
Yep. All right, I don't think we've got any new business besides that. Anybody have anything new? to add that wasn't on the agenda?
Dave Batchelor is going to join the Council on Aging Board, and he's also going to work with Kathy Lenatra as sort of input on senior citizen issues that affect Plympton. So I think that's a good...
That's a real good,
Yeah.
real good thing.
He's interested in getting back. Dave, for those who don't know him, has been in town government for many, many years in many, many positions. Delighted that he's back.
So we'll have an appointment slip, hopefully for him next meeting? Okay, great.
She just needs to send me
The paperwork.
the paperwork.
Would you check with her after,
Okay.
just to make sure she does it?
Okay, so dates to remember, our next meeting is the 19th, and at that point, we're going to be talking about the Mass Works grant and just real preliminary discussions about the intersection of Main Street and Ring Road, and we're hoping that any concerned residents can join us for that discussion. And then,
Just
go ahead, Mark.
Actually, as a preview or as a reminder, we'll want on that agenda the Board of Selectmen signing the license agreement with the Plympton Historical Society.
Okay, so we're going to sign the license. We're going to have appointment slips for those two committees, or for Dave and
Dave and
the campus
Campus
committee.
committee.
Yep. And
I'm sorry, what is it that you're going to be signing?
The license agreement between the Selectmen and Plympton Historical Society.
The one we've been working on.
Yeah.
perfect.
So do we just want that as
Yeah, just put it as agenda item.
an agenda item?
Yeah, as an agenda item.
I'll bring the document.
Yeah, and then the Mass Works grant will just be an agenda item. All right, and so we're meeting 8/19, and then hazardous waste cleanup day is at the transfer station this Saturday, and I think it was 9 to 12, if that's
Yes.
memory serves me. So a great opportunity to get rid of any hazardous materials you may have in your home. Are we ready to move on to minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, so we've got the minutes. Thank you, Bree, very much. From 6/3, 6/17, and 7/22. And do you want to start with 6/3?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you want me to start?
Sure.
All right, so I had Elizabeth Dennehy as TA, and then instead of ED, and then under John Williamson, the fall 2019 for Dennett, the kindergarten class enrollment is 39. I just put students in there. And then under BOS, discussed the town-owned land disposition process. I scratched Colleen Warren, treasurer, as a custodian of the records, because I don't think Colleen wasn't here, and
So that's what you did talk about.
We did
her
talk
being
about
a-
it?
Yeah, she's the custodian.
she is
for
the
it, yeah.
custodian. Okay, all right, so I'm okay with leaving that.
And you named her as the custodian. of
Okay.
it.
Oh, did we didn't appoint her as the custodian?
No, I don't think
We
you
just
had to. I think
named
it's
her?
out of
Okay.
her position.
All right, that's fine then. And then correspondence presented by TA again. And that's all I had. You guys have anything?
I do not.
Okay.
Do you want your other minutes to say TA then? Because
Yeah,
then she
let's-
says
let's-
E. Do you want me to go back and correct all the other ones or just leave them?
Just leave them.
Okay,
Just
because
leave
she's
it.
in there
So
as
going
ED.
forward, but let's just
Okay.
leave it TA
Okay.
going forward. Okay, so I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes of June 3rd as amended.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay. All right, so now on to June 17th. So I had, same thing, TA at the top. And then under the town administrator discussion, under Griffin Webb, you're going to want to change that from JIB description to job description. But that was a nice little, for us sailors.
So,
And then...
Just keeping your mind there, Christine.
Yeah, exactly. No, you make me read it, which is good. And then under regionalization, was that shared services for council on aging more than regionalization we were talking about? I think it was, where Liz was going to reach out to Carver and Halifax to see if there was any interest in shared senior services?
Yes.
Okay,
That sounds right.
so why don't we change regionalization to shared services, council on aging? Perfect. And then just another ED change to TA on the last page. Any other changes?
Go ahead. You're fine. Go
I
ahead.
had one, the fourth bullet under discussions and updates. This is a minor point, but all the votes were 3-0 except the vote on Area 58 where I abstained because I was being appointed, and that vote would have been 2-0-1.
One, yep.
Okay, so I'm going to reword
Good call.
that. And,
So
okay.
all the previous votes 3-0, that vote 2-0-1.
But clarify you, because I think I put it in
Yeah, MR
earlier.
abstained.
You
That's
noted that I
perfect.
abstained, but we should just put in that the vote was
Gotcha.
2-0-1.
Okay.
Okay, any other changes?
Nope.
All right, I'll make a motion, we accept the
I
minutes.
have
Okay,
just one
go ahead,
question.
John.
On the first bullet under discussions for Diane Giordani, was that her husband? It's Blitz or
That's
Which
the
is
dog.
That's the dog. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, no worries. Okay, I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes of June 17th as amended. Is there a second? Okay, all in favor? Aye. Okay, all right.
Did you put Mark's correction on your
I
sheet?
did, 2-0-1.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you.
Okay, so for July 22nd, I had ED go to TA, and that was my only change. For both of the ED references, just go to TA. Did you have anything, Mark?
I did. The under discussions, just after the first bullet, the motion was made for Brian as animal control officer and inspection of animals. He got both positions.
That's the second one, because they're different expiration
Oh,
dates.
forgive me.
Yeah, so we did it individually
Oh, darn.
because
Yep,
one...
because they're different
yeah.
expiration dates.
Right.
Good for you.
Okay.
Sorry. Never mind.
All right, anything else?
Yep.
Okay, all right, so I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes of July 22nd as amended. All in favor, I'm sorry, do we have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Which one's
Aye.
second? JT.
Okay, yep, John. All right, so we are current on the minutes. Did we accept the minutes of the executive session from
You're running
7-8?
for president, John.
John didn't think we did.
I'm going to take
I thought we
this
did.
7, 8. Have we met?
No, we wouldn't have met since then.
Well, I had no concerns,
All
so
right.
I'm glad to.
It was brought up, but
Okay.
we had to wait for it.
Yeah, I read them too, I didn't have any issues.
All right, so I'm glad to second your motion if you're making it.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to accept the executive session minutes of 7:15 as written.
Okay.
All right.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. So we did the 7-8 executive session minutes as well, so. we
7-8
are-
or 7-15?
7-8. So we are completely current.
7-8 is executive.
Yep,
CJ as
yep,
written.
motion, yep,
And
as,
who's the second on that?
that was John. Okay, so I think that's all we've got.
Do we
So
have a
John,
guess?
did you have something you wanted to talk about?
Would you like an update on the water?
Love an update on the water.
So we got that, we just did some test results at the end of June. I had met with Mr. Benito for quite a bit of time at the end of June to try and figure out what was going on with all the different tests. And the operating theory was that the test that caused all the problems with the lead was done at or around a backwash cycle. And that they had pulled running water at the school, or was running during the cycle, and they pulled that into the pipes, and then they poured it into the containers to test it. It would appear that at least it seems to be the operative theory, and appears correct, because the tests at the end of June show no lead.
Yay!
No lead, or in such a minimal amount that's
Yeah.
very detectable. And all the other testing looks correct as far as manganese is low, the alkalinity is high, which is what it's supposed to be. The pH is higher, it's up in the range. It is interesting, there was some tests done just recently that it looks like the lab screwed up, so I've got to follow up on that because I'm hoping we didn't pay for the second set of tests because they screwed up. And how can you have no manganese coming in at the well and then have it, the two test sites they did, they seem to swap them out. Anyways, the lead issue appears to be figured out, and we're going to put together some procedures to make sure that they don't test around any of the backwash cycles. Because we have two big contractions within the water room that run, and they run their backwash cycles alternately. So they go every 14 days, but one goes and then the other one goes the next week, and so on and so forth. So that you're always getting sort of the maximum amount of cleanness to the water. But we are no longer going to test anywhere around that. And I'm sure if we were to go back and through the calendar and count, we would find out that that was the backwash cycle. Because there's no other reason or way to explain it. So that's the update.
That's very good news.
Yes, it is. So hopefully the DEP can leave Mr. Benito alone for a little while.
John, was there another test in July as well for the same thing, or just the one in June?
The lead tests were in June. One other set of tests that we did in July as well, which is not true July. I think because the test they did in June for this piece of the test was wrong. So the July test confirmed that it's working. Dealing with the manganese, it's dealing with the iron, it's raising the pH, it's raising the alkalinity. It's filtering out a little bit of lead that comes in from the well.
Great.
Fingers crossed. I hope never to use the words water and dead again.
Well, thank you for that update.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Very good. Great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for letting us know. All right, so I don't think we've got any more business. All set?
All set?
All right. I'll make a motion we adjourn. Do you have a second?
Or do we have raves? Rant?
Oh, Rants and Raves. I forgot Rants and Raves.
John probably has one.
Yeah.
Actually, I do. I don't know if it's known, but our town clerk just passed certification for the international. It's a 3-year course, and I think this is either year 1 or 2 that she's in. But she was voted a scholarship by her peers. So the town isn't going to be paying the $1,000 roughly for the next class that takes place next year. And I think that's a nice recognition of the work she's doing.
Right. Congratulations,
Hopefully.
Tricia.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
excellent. Very good. Great. Do you have any Rants and Raves?
So 2 brief raves, I guess. One, the doldrums of August, when we can sort of take the big view, and actually the more boring we are, probably the better, and we're pretty boring right now, and glad to be.
Is that it?
That's it.
That's your 2 raves? All right, mine would just be the interest in the discussion regarding Main Street and Ring Road. It's wonderful that that residents are want to actively participate. You know, we welcome their input and comments, and I look forward to some really great discussion about options that we have for that intersection coming forward. So, thank you for sharing your concern. It's something that's been on our minds for a long time, and working together, we can come up with a really good solution for that intersection.
And show up at the next selectmen's meeting.
show up at the
so
next,
that we
right.
can,
So we can talk about it
get
and
a dialogue going.
right.
Yep.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. That's it. So I'll make a motion we adjourn.
Second.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Good night.